knocked on my door. The phone screen said Mom when it lit up my nightstand at 12:47 a.m. I should have known right then. My mother never calls past 9 unless someone's dead, but instinct overrides logic when you're jolted from sleep, so I answered. Natalie? Her voice was shaking, high-pitched in that way that makes your spine lock up. Oh God, Natalie, thank God you answered. What's wrong? I was already sitting up, adrenaline flooding my system. My husband Derek stirred beside me but didn't wake. He could sleep through a hurricane. It's Cameron, my brother, 29 years old, perpetually unemployed, and the center of every family crisis for the past decade. He's in the emergency room. They're saying, Natalie, they're saying he needs emergency surgery and they won't do it without. Her voice dissolved into sobs. Real sobs. Or at least they sounded real. I'd heard my mother cry exactly 4 times in my life. When my grandmother died, when my father had his heart attack, when my sister Sophie totaled her car with my nephew in the back seat. And now, my father's voice cut through the background noise, sharp and commanding. $20,000. They need it now, or they're sending him home. The number hit me like cold water. 20,000. At 12:47 a.m. for emergency surgery. Something in my brain snagged on that, a tiny hook of wrongness. But my mother was still crying, and my father was still talking, and sleep deprivation makes you stupid. What hospital? I asked, swinging my legs out of bed. I'll come right now. What happened to him? Silence. Not the silence of a bad connection. The silence of a pause that shouldn't exist. Mom? I pressed. What hospital is he at? St. Mary's, my father said quickly. Too quickly. But you don't need to come. We need you to wire the money. They have a 24-hour deadline for the deposit, or... Wait. I stood up, my bare feet cold on the hardwood floor. What deposit? Emergency rooms don't require deposits before treating patients. That's illegal. It's not the ER, my mother said, her voice suddenly steadier. It's the surgical floor. They're saying because he doesn't have insurance. Then I'll call the hospital directly and talk to the billing department, I said. Give me his room number. Another pause. Longer this time. Natalie. My father's voice had shifted into the tone he used when he expected immediate obedience. The tone that had worked on me for 32 years. Stop asking questions and just do this. Your brother is in pain. Every minute you waste arguing is another minute he's suffering. And there it was, the thing that had always worked. The guilt. The image of Cameron in pain while I, the successful daughter with the stable job and the joint checking account, asked selfish questions about logistics. But something had changed in me over the past year. Maybe it was therapy. Maybe it was finally hitting my breaking point after Cameron's last crisis. The one where I'd co-signed a loan he never paid back, destroying my credit score. Maybe it was just exhaustion. What hospital? I repeated, my voice flat. Give me the name, the address, and his room number. We already told you St. Mary's. Which St. Mary's? There are 3 in this county. My mother's crying intensified. Why are you being like this? He's your brother. Don't you care that he's... If you can't tell me which hospital he's at, I interrupted, then call Sophie. She's your favorite anyway. The words came out before I could stop them. The resentment I'd been swallowing for 32 years crystallized into one sentence. Dead silence. Then my father's voice, low and furious. You're really going to do this? You're going to let your brother suffer because of your petty... I hung up. My hands were shaking. My heart was hammering against my ribs like it was trying to escape. I stared at the phone, half expecting it to ring again immediately. It didn't. I set it face down on the nightstand and lay back down.